Did you know that a common vegetable in your kitchen, one you've eaten your entire life thinking it was healthy, could silently increase your risk of stroke overnight? Without pain, you might go to bed fine, only to wake with slurred speech, loss of balance, or paralysis on one side. As a neurologist treating seniors for decades, I've seen many fall victim not to junk food, but to supposedly protective foods, vegetables. After age 60, these once healing foods can turn harmful. Why? Because aging changes your body. Kidneys slow down, arteries stiffen, and your blood's handling of sodium, sugar, and minerals shifts. When this balance breaks, strokes and deadly clots can form silently, sometimes overnight. Today, I'll reveal 7 everyday vegetables that can quietly harm your brain, disrupt circulation, and threaten your independence, unless you manage them wisely. Stay tuned. This knowledge could save your life. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and turn on notifications for health tips tailored for you. Enjoying this video? Type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 so I can improve content. Aging is a complex process involving subtle shifts in blood chemistry and organ function that most people don't notice until something goes wrong. For example, kidneys' filtration rate decreases nearly 1% each year after 40, affecting how your body handles water and minerals essential for circulation. Similarly, blood vessels lose elasticity, making it harder for blood to flow smoothly. These changes mean foods once considered superfoods can have unintended consequences in seniors. Understanding these nuances empowers safer choices without giving up favorite vegetables. Stay tuned. This video will expose risks and offer practical tips to enjoy these vegetables safely. Knowledge is power, and small adjustments can impact brain health as you age. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate these vegetables, but to adapt how and when you consume them to fit your aging body's needs. Number 1. Spinach, the hidden vitamin K trap. If you're over 60, you've likely been told spinach is one of the healthiest foods on earth. Eat your greens, they keep your heart strong, they say. But what if this superfood can trigger a stroke overnight? It sounds unbelievable, yet I've seen it often. Spinach is rich in vitamin K, vital for proper blood clotting. In youth, this is beneficial. But past 60, changes alter this balance. Our livers metabolize meds more slowly, vessels grow stiff and fragile, and many seniors take blood thinners like warfarin or Coumadin. Here lies the danger. Vitamin K opposes these medications. Eating large amounts of spinach, salads, smoothies, cooked greens can neutralize blood thinners, causing blood to thicken, circulation to slow, and tiny clots to form silently. You won't feel it, but overnight one clot might travel to your brain. Suddenly, speech slurs, vision blurs, one side stops moving. A stroke strikes without warning. Vitamin K is essential for clotting proteins, but its interaction with blood thinners makes it a double-edged sword for seniors. Consistent intake is key because fluctuating vitamin K causes medication effectiveness to vary. This leads to bleeding risks if levels are too low or dangerous clots if too high. Cooking affects vitamin K. Boiling reduces it, raw retains more. Understanding these details helps maintain safe, stable blood thinning. Consulting your healthcare provider about dietary vitamin K can tailor your medication and diet safely. In some cases, your doctor can recommend regular blood tests to monitor clotting levels, adjusting meds accordingly to maintain a delicate balance. I recall Mr. Allen, 74, retired engineer from Wisconsin. A kind man with sharp wit. He faithfully took blood thinners nightly and began mornings with a green smoothie packed with spinach, kale, and avocado, aiming for longevity and strength for his grandchildren. For months, he felt well. Then one morning, his wife found him on the kitchen floor, paralyzed on his right side, struggling to speak. A scan revealed a clot in his left middle cerebral artery, the kind that instantly robs speech and movement. His blood tests showed dangerously high clotting. The culprit wasn't poor medicine or neglect. It was excess vitamin K from the very greens he trusted. This story illustrates the frightening truth. It's not junk food, but trusted healthy foods that can betray you after 60. If you take blood thinners, consult your doctor. Keep leafy green intake consistent. Don't skip 1 week, then binge the next. Avoid large spinach smoothies without monitoring INR. Your heart needs balance. Your brain needs stability. Too much vitamin K can quietly disrupt that balance, forming clots no one sees coming. Mr. Allen's experience is a powerful reminder. Health is dynamic, especially in older adults. Blood thinners require careful monitoring, often via INR, International Normalized Ratio, blood tests, to ensure clotting is neither too fast nor slow. Diet changes can swing these numbers unpredictably. Patients often feel fine and assume no risk, but silent clots can be deadly. Educating seniors and caregivers on food-medication interactions is crucial for stroke prevention and quality of life. Small dietary tweaks can save lives. Remember, even small changes in your diet can affect how well your medication works. Wondering if other vegetables pose similar risks? They do, some even more concerning. Number 2, beets, the blood pressure roller coaster. Beets are hailed heart-healthy, believed to open vessels and improve circulation. Many seniors drink beet juice daily to lower blood pressure and sharpen minds. But few doctors warn that in seniors, especially on blood pressure meds, beets can push your body into dangerous imbalance, triggering strokes and clots while you sleep. Beets are rich in nitrates, converting to nitric oxide, relaxing vessels and lowering pressure. This is great for younger bodies that adjust quickly. But aging stiffens arteries, weakens heart pumping, and makes brain oxygen supply fragile. Combined with blood pressure meds, beets can drop pressure too low, causing sluggish blood flow and thickening. Nitrates in beets have been extensively studied for vasodilating effects, lowering hypertension. However, seniors often have less cardiovascular reserve, so hearts and vessels cannot compensate rapidly for sudden pressure drops. This can cause cerebral hypoperfusion, insufficient brain blood flow, leading to dizziness, falls, and silent ischemic injury. Timing and portion control of beet consumption become crucial to avoid risks. Drinking beet juice in morning when blood pressure is higher is safer than at night. Always discuss beet intake with healthcare provider if on blood pressure medication. Including blood pressure monitoring before and after beet consumption can help detect any adverse effects early. Mrs. Jenkins, 79, retired teacher from Arizona, exemplifies this risk. She lived a natural lifestyle, avoiding soda and fast food, eating whole grains and vegetables, and drinking beet juice nightly to control pressure. One morning, she collapsed trying to get up. Her vision spun, speech slurred. At hospital, pressure was dangerously low. Scans showed small ischemic stroke in cerebellum, the brain's balance center. The clot formed overnight as pressure dipped too far for too long. This is why not all heart-healthy foods are brain-safe. Combining vessel-dilating foods with meds can slow circulation enough to cause clots. Beets aren't evil, but require careful timing and moderation. Eat small portions earlier when pressure is higher. Never combine beets with blood pressure meds or drink beet juice at night. Always inform your doctor about your diet. The same food strengthening one heart can steal another's mind. When pressure falls too low, brain struggles silently. Mrs. Jenkins' story highlights importance of personalized nutrition. What benefits one may harm another, especially with meds. Seniors should maintain open communication with healthcare providers about supplements and foods. Regular blood pressure monitoring at different times helps detect dangerous lows from diet-medication interaction. Awareness and timing are key to safe beet consumption. Keeping a daily log of diet and blood pressure readings can aid in identifying triggers and preventing complications. Number 3. Celery, the silent dehydrator. Celery is praised as low-calorie, hydrating snack packed with water and heart-healthy benefits. It's a staple in senior health magazines, touted as guilt-free and refreshing. But as a neurologist, I've seen celery quietly create conditions triggering strokes and lethal clots. often overnight. Celery acts as a natural diuretic, making kidneys release water and sodium faster, reducing bloating and blood pressure. Yet after 60, fluid regulation falters. Blood vessels stiffen, kidneys filter slower, and brain relies on steady hydration for blood flow. Too much fluid loss thickens blood, turning it syrupy and dangerous. Imagine taking evening diuretic, snacking on celery sticks late, then sleeping without replenishing fluids. Blood volume drops, circulation slows, oxygen delivery to brain decreases, and clots form silently in small brain vessels. Natural diuretics like celery may seem harmless, but their effect on fluid balance can be profound in seniors, especially on prescribed diuretics for hypertension or heart failure. Chronic mild dehydration thickens blood, increasing viscosity and clot risk. Seniors often mistake thirst signals or ignore mild dizziness, missing early warnings. Proper hydration throughout the day, especially when consuming diuretic foods or meds, is crucial to maintain optimal blood flow and prevent stroke. Including electrolyte-rich fluids helps maintain balance. Drinking water with added minerals or consuming foods rich in potassium and magnesium can support hydration and vascular health. Mr. Raymond, 82, retired Florida carpenter, suffered this fate. Every night, he ate celery sticks with peanut butter and took mild diuretics for hypertension. One morning, wife found him slumped in chair, unable to move left arm. Scans showed small ischemic stroke, blood thick, sodium low, body dehydrated. Weeks of unnoticed fluid loss created perfect storm. Dehydration is one of most underestimated stroke triggers in seniors. It doesn't require heat or exertion. It can happen silently from too much celery plus age and meds. Thick blood flows poorly, clumps, and forms deadly clots. Celery itself isn't bad, but must be respected. Eat it earlier in day, balance with water and electrolytes, and avoid large late-night servings if on diuretics or blood pressure meds. Frequent nighttime urination or morning dizziness signals fluid loss. Don't ignore these warnings. Your brain's quiet cry for help demands attention. Mr. Raymond's experience underscores stroke prevention requires attention to seemingly minor daily habits. Seniors should track fluid intake and output, recognize dehydration symptoms, and adjust diet accordingly. Including electrolyte-rich fluids or foods helps maintain balance. Consult healthcare provider before adding or increasing diuretic foods or meds. Staying hydrated is simple yet effective stroke prevention. Setting reminders to drink water regularly and avoiding excessive caffeine or alcohol can further support hydration. Number 4. Kale, the hidden thyroid suppressor. Kale is hailed superfood, ubiquitous in grocery stores, smoothie bars, and anti-aging recipes. Rich in vitamins, fiber, antioxidants, it promises youth and heart protection. But for many over 60, kale can quietly disrupt body balance, slow brain, and trigger strokes by making clots more likely. This danger isn't inherent in kale, but ignorance of its effects on aging bodies. As we age, metabolism slows, organs strain, and hormone balance becomes fragile. Kale contains goitrogens, which interfere with iodine use in thyroid. Even mild thyroid slowing reduces metabolism, raises cholesterol, and alters circulation. Blood thickens, arteries stiffen, oxygen delivery to brain falters. Goitrogens in kale and similar cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, inhibit thyroid function by blocking iodine uptake necessary for hormone synthesis. Healthy people with sufficient iodine generally tolerate these well, but seniors with borderline thyroid may worsen hypothyroidism consuming large raw amounts. Symptoms include fatigue, cold intolerance, cognitive slowing, all risk factors for vascular disease and stroke. Cooking kale reduces goitrogens, making it safer for sensitive individuals. Including iodine-rich foods like seaweed or dairy can help balance thyroid function. Mrs. Clara Hughes, 76, from Oregon, was a case in point. She started mornings with raw kale smoothies, spinach, kale, almond milk, protein powder, following health blog advice. She felt energetic for months, Then fatigue, brain fog, and weight gain set in. She dismissed these as aging, until one day she stumbled in garden, right hand weak and uncoordinated. Hospital tests showed very low thyroid hormones, high cholesterol, and imaging revealed small ischemic stroke in carotid branch. Culprit was years of raw kale causing thyroid suppression combined with slowed metabolism, thickening blood. It didn't happen overnight, but once balance tipped, life changed fast. This story teaches that healthy isn't always harmless. Your 70-year-old body isn't your 40-year-old body. Foods can interfere with hormones, meds, and blood flow unpredictably. A slowed thyroid means heavier, slower blood prone to clotting. These clots form silently and strike without warning. Mrs. Hughes' case highlights importance of routine thyroid screening in seniors, especially consuming large goitrogenic foods or experiencing hypothyroid symptoms. Treating thyroid dysfunction improves metabolism, reduces cholesterol, lowers stroke risk. Moderation and cooking methods that deactivate goitrogens are practical for maintaining balance. Including iodine-rich foods may offset goitrogen effects. Regular blood tests and endocrine consultations are vital to detect and manage such risks early. If you love kale, don't give it up completely. Cook it lightly to reduce goitrogens, avoid daily raw smoothies, and check your thyroid regularly if you feel sluggish, cold, or foggy. As you age, margin for imbalance shrinks. Even superfoods can become silent threats. Kale's green vibrancy can mask a chain reaction: slowed blood, rising cholesterol, sticky arteries, and clot formation, stealing speech or memory overnight. But kale isn't the only hidden danger in your kitchen. Next up, canned vegetables, the sodium bomb. Cooking kale breaks down goitrogens, making them less likely to interfere with thyroid. Steaming or boiling for a few minutes is sufficient. Pairing kale with iodine-rich foods like seaweed or fish can help offset suppressive effects. Regular blood tests and thyroid checkups become more important after 60. Now, let's examine another common food hazard lurking in many pantries: canned vegetables. Choosing fresh or frozen over canned whenever possible can further reduce hidden sodium intake. For many seniors, canned vegetables offer comfort and convenience, recalling childhood meals and a stocked pantry's security. After all, vegetables are healthy, right? Yet many canned products harbor a silent danger: high sodium that raises blood pressure, strains arteries, and triggers strokes and clots over time. As we age, blood vessels stiffen, losing flexibility. Kidneys, once efficient at filtering salt, slow down. So, when an older adult eats a can of green beans, corn, or soup with 700 to 900 milligrams sodium per serving, salt accumulates instead of flushing out. It pulls water into bloodstream, thickening blood and pressuring vessel walls. Sodium in canned foods often exceeds recommended limits, and hidden salts and seasonings add to load. High sodium leads to fluid retention, increasing blood volume and pressure. Over years, this repetitive strain damages delicate endothelial lining of arteries, opening door to clot formation and stroke. Seniors may not realize how much sodium they consume because labels often don't highlight it prominently. Simple habits like rinsing canned vegetables can significantly reduce sodium intake. Reading labels carefully and choosing no salt added or low sodium varieties is an important step. This thick blood and stressed arteries spark a chain reaction. Tiny cracks form in vessel linings. The body sends platelets to repair them, forming clots. You won't feel it, but inside your brain, arteries battle pressure and narrowing. One small clot or blocked artery can suddenly erase speech, memory, and independence. Mr. Thompson, 80, widower from Michigan, relied on canned meals after wife passed. "They're vegetables, they can't hurt me," he thought. But his blood pressure climbed steadily: 160, 170, sometimes 180. One morning, his daughter found him unable to speak, staring blankly. Scans revealed moderate ischemic stroke, thickened arteries, and sky-high sodium levels. Danger wasn't fast food, but canned healthy food. Mr. Thompson's case is common among seniors living alone or with limited cooking abilities. Convenience foods create hidden sodium overload, worsening hypertension and vascular health. Education about reading labels, rinsing canned vegetables, and choosing low-sodium or frozen alternatives can make a significant difference in stroke prevention. Frozen vegetables often have no added salt and retain nutrients better than canned. Preparing fresh vegetables when possible adds fiber and nutrients without excess sodium. For seniors, sodium risk isn't just about blood pressure numbers. It's about blood consistency. Salt draws fluid into blood, making it denser and more prone to clotting. Thick blood flows slower through narrow, aging arteries, sticks to vessel walls, and clumps together. This slow, invisible buildup leads to sudden catastrophe. Yet many seniors eat canned vegetables daily, unaware each bite adds pressure to fragile arteries. Damage accumulates quietly until circulation can't handle another surge. If you love vegetables, choose low-sodium or no-salt added canned options. Rinse canned foods before eating to reduce sodium nearly half. Or better yet, use unsalted frozen vegetables, which last long and pose fewer risks. If you have high blood pressure or heart disease or take meds, monitor sodium intake closely. Your brain needs smooth circulation, not a sodium-driven roller coaster. Stroke isn't caused by one bad habit, but small repeated choices, seeming harmless. Awareness campaigns and healthcare counseling are essential to help seniors navigate dietary sodium. Practical tips like soaking or rinsing canned vegetables, cooking fresh or frozen produce, and seasoning with herbs instead of salt empower seniors to maintain vascular health without sacrificing taste or convenience. Small changes in shopping habits can protect your brain for years. Using spices, lemon juice, or vinegar can enhance flavor without added salt. Number 6. Potatoes. Sugar in disguise. Few foods feel more American than humble potato. Mashed with butter at Thanksgiving, baked with sour cream, or fried crisp at diners. But for many seniors, potatoes have quietly become one of the most dangerous vegetables on their plates. Beneath wholesome image, potatoes are concentrated starch, breaking down into glucose instantly when eaten. One medium-baked potato can spike blood sugar faster than soda. This high glycemic load is handled well by younger metabolisms, which quickly release insulin to clear sugar. But after 60, insulin sensitivity decreases, blood sugar lingers, and surges silently trigger vascular damage. Potatoes' high glycemic index causes rapid blood sugar and insulin spikes, promoting inflammation and oxidative stress in vessel walls. This damage accelerates arterial aging, increasing risk of clots and stroke. Many seniors unaware healthy carbs can act like sugar in bloodstream, silently harming cardiovascular health. Combining potatoes with fiber or protein can moderate effects. Sweet potatoes and other root vegetables often have lower glycemic indexes and contain beneficial nutrients like beta-carotene. Excess glucose binds to blood proteins and vessel walls in glycation, thickening and inflaming arteries. Delicate vessel lining develops microscopic cracks. Body sends platelets and clotting factors to patch injuries, forming clots blocking blood flow, especially in narrow brain vessels. This happens gradually and painlessly until a clot obstructs blood, causing sudden stroke symptoms. Mrs. Linda Morris, 70, Ohio, thought she ate healthily, baking plain potatoes nightly. But her blood sugar spiked sharply after meals. One afternoon, reading to granddaughter, dropped book and collapsed, unable to speak or move right side. CT scans confirmed ischemic stroke. Blood work revealed inflammation and thickening, caused by years of blood sugar surges from potatoes. Mrs. Morris' story highlights hidden metabolic risks in seemingly healthy diets. Regular blood sugar monitoring, especially after meals, detects harmful spikes. Combining high glycemic foods like potatoes with fiber, protein, or fat slows absorption and reduces vascular damage. Education on glycemic load is critical for seniors aiming to prevent stroke. Portion control and meal composition are key prevention strategies. Using cooking methods that retain fiber, like baking with skins on, can also help regulate blood sugar. Linda's story is heartbreaking because she did what she felt was right. No junk food, no sweets, just comfort food. But aging brains can't handle metabolic shocks as before. Each sugar spike thickens blood, stiffens arteries, and fuels inflammation, making clots likelier. Mild insulin resistance, common after 60, turns large potato servings into biochemical roller coasters the body can't safely ride. If you love potatoes, be smart. Avoid large portions or eating them alone. Pair potatoes with protein, fiber, or healthy fats, like chicken, beans, or olive oil, to slow sugar absorption. Avoid instant mashed potatoes, fries, or plain baked potatoes. Try smaller servings or switch to sweet potatoes, which release sugar more gradually. Remember, vegetable doesn't always mean harmless. Sugar spikes thicken blood, and thick blood clots silently, waiting to strike. Sweet potatoes contain more fiber and antioxidants, providing gentler impact on blood sugar. Incorporating them into meals can be a safer alternative for seniors. Cooking methods matter. Boiling or baking with skins preserves fiber. Frying or mashing increases glycemic load. Moderation and balance are key to preventing silent vascular damage. Combining foods thoughtfully supports brain health. Adding cinnamon or vinegar to meals may further improve blood sugar control. Number 7. Pickles and fermented vegetables, acid and salt, double trouble. Pickles' sharp crunch brings comfort and memories to many seniors, evoking family cookouts and summer lunches. With rising interest in probiotics, pickles, sauerkraut, and kimchi seem healthy choices. But as a neurologist, I've learned that for seniors managing blood pressure or circulation, these snacks can quietly trigger strokes and blood clots in brain. The risk isn't in one bite, but cumulative effects, especially when salt and acid combine in aging bodies. Fermented foods contain beneficial bacteria supporting gut health, but high sodium content and acidity complicate cardiovascular health in seniors. Consuming these foods in moderation and selecting low-sodium versions helps balance benefits and risks. Awareness of how acid and salt affect blood vessels and blood pressure is vital for seniors. Timing and portion control reduce potential harm. Including fresh vegetables and probiotics from lower sodium sources may offer safer alternatives. Pickles and fermented foods often contain 800 milligrams or more sodium per serving, over a third of daily limits. Salt draws water into blood, thickening it and forcing heart to work harder. Younger vessels expand to handle pressure, but in seniors, arteries stiffen and thin. Pressure stretches and irritates vessels like old hose. Tiny injuries form. Body tries to heal, but creates sticky patches where clots form. This slow, silent process builds hidden time bomb. One night, clot breaks loose, traveling to brain, causing stroke symptoms like slurred speech and loss of balance. Repeated strain from high-sodium fermented foods accelerates endothelial damage, increasing stroke risk. Seniors should be cautious with portion sizes and frequency. Combining these foods with plenty of water and balanced meals can mitigate risks. Consulting a dietitian for personalized advice is beneficial. Drinking water after salty snacks helps flush excess sodium. Avoiding frequent snacking on these foods late at night reduces overnight blood pressure fluctuations. Acid in pickles and fermented foods causes subtle but dangerous nighttime effects. Their tangy flavor comes from vinegar or lactic acid, which can irritate stomach and cause silent reflux, a burning sensation many seniors no longer feel. Acid can travel up esophagus and airways during sleep, irritating vagus nerve, which controls heart rate and blood pressure. This irritation can cause unpredictable overnight blood pressure dips and spikes, stressing fragile brain vessels. Silent reflux often goes unnoticed, but can trigger autonomic nervous system disturbances, leading to blood pressure variability. This increases risk of small vessel damage in brain. Seniors experiencing unexplained nighttime awakenings, coughing, or throat clearing should discuss reflux symptoms with doctor, as managing acid reflux may help stabilize blood pressure and reduce stroke risk. Lifestyle changes like elevating head of bed can reduce reflux. Avoiding late-night acidic snacks also supports better sleep and vascular health. Mr. and Mrs. Carroll, Pennsylvania couple in late 70s, shared nightly ritual: pickles, pretzels, and water. One morning, Mrs. Carroll awoke dizzy and nauseous. Husband was pale, weak, and disoriented. Hospital tests revealed dehydration, severe sodium imbalance, and elevated blood pressure. Mr. Carroll had suffered mild ischemic stroke overnight. Deadly combination of sodium-thickened blood and nocturnal pressure swings overwhelmed aging arteries. This story reveals how these foods don't kill immediately, but wear down system through tiny imbalances. Sodium draws water out of cells, acid irritates nerves, and slower nighttime circulation creates perfect stroke conditions. Couples' experience illustrates how daily habits accumulate into serious consequences. Monitoring diet, hydration, and blood pressure fluctuations are key preventive measures. Seniors should moderate salty snacks and discuss dizziness or fatigue symptoms with healthcare providers promptly. Early intervention can prevent major strokes. Sharing these stories can help raise awareness and encourage healthier habits in communities. If you love fermented foods, don't give them up entirely, but be cautious. Choose low-sodium options, eat small portions earlier in day, and drink plenty of water. Avoid making these foods a nightly habit. Your heart and brain depend on stability, not extremes. When blood thickens and vessels strain, even a single pickle can be tipping point body cannot handle. Balancing enjoyment with caution allows seniors to benefit from fermented foods' probiotic effects without undue risk. Incorporating fresh vegetables, hydrating fluids, and timing consumption thoughtfully supports vascular health and brain function. Always communicate dietary habits with healthcare team. Moderation is safest approach. Adding probiotic-rich yogurt or kefir with low sodium might offer safer alternatives for gut health. The true danger isn't any single vegetable, but how all these foods together can silently conspire against your brain. Understanding how aging changes your body is vital to protecting mind, balance, and independence. Aging alters how your body handles food. Vessels stiffen, kidneys filter less efficiently, livers process meds slower, and brain requires delicate oxygen and circulation rhythm. Every bite and sip either supports or disrupts this rhythm. Cumulative effects of diet, medication, and aging physiology create fragile balance. Small changes can cascade into major health events like stroke. Educating seniors on interplay of these factors empowers prevention. Regular checkups, blood tests, and open dialogue about diet and symptoms are essential to maintain brain health. Staying informed and proactive is your best defense. Including caregivers in education ensures support for safe dietary choices. When dehydration, excess sodium, or sugar swings thicken blood, it slows, sticks, and clots. These clots form silently until one blocks blood flow, instantly robbing you of speech, memory, and independence. But here's good news: knowledge can save your life. You don't have to abandon beloved foods, you just need to meet them where your body is today, not 40 years ago. Eat balanced portions, maintain hydration, keep salt and sugar in check, cook greens lightly, avoid late-night healthy snacks, and always discuss diet with your doctor. Your food and medication interact inside you, whether you notice or not. Simple lifestyle adjustments can significantly reduce stroke risk. For instance, spacing meals, rotating vegetable choices, and monitoring symptoms can maintain balance. Healthcare providers can tailor medication and diet plans to individual needs, maximizing benefit and minimizing harm. Empower yourself with knowledge. It's first step toward lasting brain health. Small, consistent habits build strong defenses. Apps and journals can help track food intake and symptoms for better management. At this stage, Health is wisdom, not trends. You've lived long and seen much. Don't be fooled by fads or fear. Clarity is key. Know your body, listen to it, and respect its changes. Your brain hears every bite and sip. Feed it with care, understanding, and for future you deserve, clear-minded, strong, and present for every precious moment. These lessons are meant to inspire full, authentic living. Now, I invite you to reflect and share one insight you plan to apply. Let's support each other on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, comment 1. If not, comment 0. Your feedback matters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more health insights. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms. Aging is a journey of adaptation. Embracing changes with knowledge allows you to thrive, preserving independence and joy. Remember, small daily choices create your health story. Let's walk this path together with courage, curiosity, and compassion. Stay connected for more tips designed to honor your body's evolving needs. Your brain's future depends on care you give it today. Taking time for gentle exercise, social connection, and mental stimulation complements dietary care for total brain wellness.